Hello, welcome to What the Flick. I'm Christy, this is Ben, this is Alonso. Do you like cars? Do you like fast cars? Do you like hot girls in bikinis? Well, guess what? There's a 6th installment of the Fast and Furious series. Could you possibly even fathom, when you saw the first one, that there would be 5 more? But they keep getting crazier, right?
And they got good is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
That's the trajectory.
There's
here.
no way. I mean, nothing has been more obvious that this is not the last one.
Oh no, they've already, number 7 is already set for June 2014.
Yeah.
Okay. I sadly have not seen it because I had to go see The Hangover Part 3 that night.
Yeah, well,
I had a scheduling conflict.
Watch our review of Hangover Part 3 because Christy is
high on life. Please go ahead.
So, Fast and Furious 6, this is interesting that I have the task of describing it because I haven't seen all of the other 5 and I have no earthly idea which I've seen.
You've seen none of them?
I've seen like 3, but I don't know whether I saw 2, 3, and 4, 1, 3, and
Right.
5, 1, 2, and 4.
3, 5, and 6 are the good ones.
Right, that's what I've.
One was good,
I was
right?
given some.
Wasn't one good?
They've gotten better. That's clear. I did see the first one, and so the team is back, although it's not quite all the team, and it includes some picking up of members who have come in later films. And they're now suddenly wealthy and on their own from their success in Fast and Furious 5, Rio Drift. And but there is a wonderful parallel evil team that is taking up making vehicular raids across the world. And these guys have got to come together and now perhaps actually work on the side of the law and catch these bad guys.
It wasn't that hard to find you, Toretto.
Wasn't hiding.
I need your help, Dom. Last week, a team of highly coordinated drivers took down a military convoy. You're gonna help me catch the team responsible.
Why is that, Hobbs?
This was taken a week ago.
It's impossible.
So now we work for the Hawk?
Maybe the Letty we once knew is gone.
You don't turn your back on family.
Breathe with me.
Ride or die.
Somebody do something! I got a tank on my ass!
Damn.
Breathe with me.
I love a franchise. We talked about how The Hangover, how in the new movie, they've abandoned comedy and they're shocking audiences by doing something completely different. This is a franchise that started out as this sort of dopey hot rod racing thing and has become the Avengers basically. Like this is a superhero movie.
And that's a really key assessment to make when watching it. And maybe because I hadn't seen them all, I wasn't ready for that. Because there's a couple of moments where you're like, okay, this is so unrealistic, this is so stupid, this is so stupid. And then you realize, no, right, it's the Avengers. They're superheroes. Think of it differently. You start thinking of it like that, and then all of a sudden you start, I did at least, having a tremendous amount of fun. I had this plan to give it a 2.5 and an 8.5. Like that if you've seen the movies and you're into them, it delivers exactly what you'd want. It might even be the best one. I know a lot of people really liked 5. But
I think 5 is still the best one.
But these 2 are good, and that it might well deliver exactly what you wanted. But if you're not into the franchise, then this is just a disaster. Except I'm not into the franchise, and then I realize, this is actually I'm having a really good time, and I got at most 8% of what were clearly 1,000 little self-referential moments in the movie.
They do reference stuff, but you really don't have to see these because the 1, 2, and 4 are just pretty routine, stupid movies. 3 is fun because of all the drifting, the Tokyo drifting, and then 5 and 6 they're just like, fuck it, we're gonna we are now Bugs Bunny. Physics do not matter, logic does not matter. We're just gonna be crazily over the top. And the thing is, I think a lot of action directors at some point make the decision, screw plot, screw character, I'm just gonna deliver, sensation. It's hard to do. It's hard to do well, and Justin Lin is really good at it.
Very good at it.
So in these 2 movies, he makes, when people bitch at us for reviewing movies like this. What they neglect to realize is there's good movies like this and there's shit movies like this. And these are really good movies like this that are dumb and loud and entertaining and action-packed, and they are not serious dramas in the slightest, but they are done well for what they are. They're done very well for what they are, and they're exceedingly fun to watch.
People bitch at us?
I've heard.
Who bitches at us? Is this in 3D?
No, it's not.
that's good.
Which is also another glorious thing.
I'm happy to hear that.
And I don't think that they totally abandoned plot. I mean, there's the stuff that make people get kidnapped, and then a second later they're in the same city, and they were kidnapped around the world.
Yeah,
and
there's a big MacGuffin about something that has to get stolen so that he can do the other thing. In the who cares?
Doesn't matter, right? It's as classic a MacGuffin as there can be. But I don't think that the characters. I think there are characters in there. They aren't all.
There are. I mean,
but I mean they're. And you kind of start to care about them, even like Vin Diesel, who can't emote anything, has this much range, but it's like, but he's got his. This is his spot.
They totally hit the sweet spot on him and Paul Walker, who have you're right, zero range of this.
I love Paul Walker.
I'm sure you do.
He drives actual race cars.
Every 3 minutes, somebody has to talk about the importance of family. Like Gray was sitting next to me, said this should be a drinking game. Like every time they say family, because they say it all the time, And so I mean, there you do care about Michelle Rodriguez, as we found out at the end of 5, is alive, and so the whole thing about getting her back into the fold is kind of cool, and the way that they sort of bounce off each other. Dwayne Johnson is the cop, and they don't trust the pigs man, but they eventually have to work with him. Gina Carano and Michelle Rodriguez fight twice.
Did they make out ever?
No, but
that'd be awesome.
As Dave said though in his review on movies.com, if you were a lesbian, it's Christmas time.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, they didn't kiss, but they might as well have. That was. There's also a great fight between
and
one
the guy from the Raid Redemption, Joe Tez.
Oh, right. Yeah,
amazing.
There's a fight. I think it is that
in the subway station.
Yeah, the subway station.
The
that guy has a fight with 2 members of our gang, and it's just a great fight. One opportunity I thought missed in it. I would like, even though these are superheroes, if there was some residual effect from the blows these guys took later. I would like just a little. I would just like a little just afterwards, after these.
Band-Aid.
Right, a Band-Aid. Just some like limping a little when the next day you have to do these incredible things. But there was a great fight scene that really is. I could care less about fight scenes, and at the end of this one, I was like, oh, that was great.
Yeah. So even when
something funny happens in it, it's really good.
Even when they're not in the cars, like there's exciting stuff going on. Thura Lindhart, who was in one of my favorite movies last year, Keep the Lights On, like got a Spirit Award nomination, is in this movie. I'm like, that's crazy, because he's
a gay drama, isn't it?
Yes, this art house guy. Suddenly he's the evil mechanic or something. I had a great time. I had a great time with this.
Are you allowed to have Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson in the same movie?
Well, it's weird, and they deliver. And Dwayne Johnson has all these, but they make fun of that at the end. There's he plays with the camera angles at the end that would totally mock what we're doing here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they almost have a persona moment.
Yeah, it's really.
You need to go see this.
It was very clever, and then there are some Dwayne Johnson lines that in the wrong kind of movie really would make you want to give this a 0.5, make you want to leave. Like, I can't believe they had Dwayne Johnson say these Sylvester Stallone-like lines, but here. Lin manages to make them sort of, but you're not really laughing at them. They hit this middle ground. They're not spoofing themselves, and they're not incredibly stupid, and there's I think, little room to accomplish that, and he managed to thread this complicated needle really effectively.
Wow,
so,
look at you.
I was going to give it a 2.5 and an 8.5, but then I'm like, no, I'm 2.5. I loved this. This was great. So I have it.
No shame.
It's a 7.5 if you haven't seen him. It's an 8.5 if you like it. So it's an 8. So I got to bring the score up a little bit here.
Okay. And what did I give? 7.7.
You gave it a 7.9.
7.9. Okay. Yeah.
So,
it's not as awesome as Fast 5, but super fun.
Yeah, I want to go back and see Fast 5 now, which I think I didn't see.
Oh, good.
But then
Lord,
again,
yes.
I might have seen it.
Yeah, who knows?
So we're overall at an 8 on this.
Where is it in tomato meter?
It's
high,
I don't know.
70 something.
Yeah, it's like 77%.
77%.
77%. It's in the upper 70s.
Bye.